This is my new configuration. Put this down. Hopefully it'll say put there. So what I've got, I'm trying to set this up so that I can try a few different things here. So we'll start with the ATEM Mini Pro ISO, which is this device right here. And I am able to run a PTZ camera over there and a second camera over here, so it's behind the, over the shoulder kind of a thing. And then I have a third HDMI source coming in from the computer, so it's right off of here, off a dongle. And one of the things I was able to do today is I was able to hook up the Rode Wireless Go to the other camera over here. And I think it's working okay because it's using the camera's preamp. It did not work directly coming into the ATEM Mini Pro ISO for whatever reason. So the ATEM requires a pretty substantial audio preamp to work, we've noticed. So the way that I've got this set up here is the ATEM is streaming out to the ATEM wireless ATEM streaming bridge via a network connection, so it's a local network. There's three ways you can hook this thing up. The first is a direct Ethernet cable from ATEM to the streaming bridge, and that actually works really well. There's lots of benefits to doing that, and I haven't checked latency, but I'm wondering if latency may be a part of that, because there is a little bit of a delay the way this is set up right now. But over here, behind this camera over here, is a unmanaged switch. And so I've got the ATEM going through that, and the streaming bridge is going through that. On top of all this, then I've got this LiveView Solo, which is sending out the signal to YouTube. This is how we're recording it. You could also record off of a SSD. Here, I don't have that connected. The other alternative would be to stream to this, and this will record onto SD cards. But in order to do that, I needed one more SDI cable, which I don't have, and there's a couple ways you could work that. This can also play video off of the SD cards back into the ATEM, but you'd be using one of your sources to do that. And I have one free, so I could do that. The other thing I wanted to hook up was this Blackmagic monitor, which has got two monitors built in. This requires an SDI connection, so I have SDI coming in from the ATEM directly via a converter to the left side, and then on the right side it's a feed off of the streaming bridge, so I can actually see the program feed as it's going out in this other monitor here. The other thing I want to try is I want to do a lower third using the macros. So we'll go back into the ATEM software. We'll look at the, let's see, macros. There it is. Now with the macros, put on a lower third seal and take it off, which is kind of nice. And I can also do a picture-in-picture, which is nice. It might be better if we did it over there. And this is a little larger than the picture-in-picture options on the ATEM, which is right here. So that's kind of nice, and then I can fade that back out again. Let's see, I can go back out to this main camera. We'll go right there, that works. And then if I wanted to try introducing a video, I can go into here and I can play a video.
This new year, take the time to protect you, your family, and your property with 3 quick and easy resolutions. First, take a home inventory. With a smartphone, you can quickly catalog your belongings and save those pictures safely and securely in the cloud. If you already have a home inventory, make sure it's up to date, especially after the holidays. Second,
okay. Anyway, we can. That was playing through OBS off the same computer. That's connected via the network to the ATEM. So if I can, since I got this camera angle up, you can see OBS is open right here. I've got the ATEM software control right there. And one of the things I can do is I can actually, using OBS, I can show you that window. Or that program. So what the OBS is doing is basically doing a window shot, screenshot, of just this one application. So if I was to change my preview, you can see that it's changing there, which is kind of nice. That's all being done through OBS. I can also push a browser out. You can have as many sources as you want, and I can have multiple ones lined up ready to go. So I can change that out. I think I can get audio as well. I know I did yesterday, but I think if I was playing a video off of YouTube, for example, I think I could probably get the audio to work on that. The other thing I can do is come back to me. I can, let's see, Farrago. So a couple of programs that are really nice to have in this would be Farrago, which allows me to send audio clips through here, just like if I had an audio mixer. I can break things. I can crash into things, and a bicyclist can go bicycling by. That's one thing that's kind of nice about that. But another program that I found really useful on this is called Loopback, and both Farrago and Loopback are made by Rogamoeba. And phenomenal software. And the Loopback allows me to channel the audio from various applications in different ways. So you can route it straight out to the stream, or I can have it routed to the MacBook speakers. If I did that, of course, it would come through on the microphone here. But it's really nice to have that kind of power over it. And control over that audio, so I can reconfigure how the audio is routed. Very nice. Let's see. I went back to the wrong camera angle there. All right. The other thing I can do is what other things can I do? Well, that's kind of the gist of it all. I just need to get some more SDI cables in order to really do this. Ideally, what I'd be able to do is put all of this into one single box so that there aren't wires everywhere, that it's very cleanly organized and put together. It's just, right now, it's just kind of chaos in here because every day, basically almost hour to hour, I'm coming up with different ideas on how to reroute things. And there's a few questions that I still haven't answered yet. There's a lot to this. to all of this, and so I'm still kind of working through that. Anyway, and this is all being broadcast through Switchboard. So the LiveView Solo is actually going to Switchboard Live, and I've got that controlled over here. So when I end this program, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to the graphic. Let's see what happens if I do that. So I've got to go back into the ATEM. I've got to go into my media player, and I got to tell it to, oh, I know what it's going to do. So if I want to go out on a break, what I can do is, and I'll keep the audio live for the moment to talk about this, but I can set up different kinds of graphics that allow me to break the camera feeds without breaking the stream. So if we were doing a hearing or something like that, I can maintain an active stream without showing anything. So that's kind of a nice thing. And that is fairly easy to change around. So when we end, what I'll do is I'll send up put into a graphic that's on white, and let's see, there were probably other things I wanted to do. Let me look at OBS real quick. Yeah, I guess I pretty much covered it all. But there's lots of different ways of doing this. The downside is you really do need a computer working. And one of my thoughts was to hook up a Mac Mini. If I was to do all of this in one self-contained box, like a Pelican case or a portable rack-mounted case. It would be nice to be able to have the Mac Mini built into that too, so I'm not having to carry yet another computer. The problem there is you still need a monitor and a keyboard and a mouse to use all of that. And a MacBook Pro pretty much has the trackpad, the monitor, and the keyboard built into it. So I'm not sure I can get to the place where it's everything I want. Maybe there's a way of doing that. Maybe a 6-unit rack case would be able to self-contain all of it. But the other downside, of course, is it's HDMI for the switcher, and that's fine for cameras. Most camcorders have HDMI out. SDI would be a whole lot better if they could do SDI, but there's ways of converting it. It's just kind of the cables are all kind of messy. So there are a few other things I want to try, but that's kind of where it is at the moment. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fade out to the graphic and shut off the stream.